Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. It's Megan here and...
Mi nombre es Josh. Hola, mis amigos. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Everything I learned in the second grade, right there.
Alright, so he of course had to be super duper extra. I don't even think you said hola, I think you said oh yeah.
I said, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hola mi gente, welcome, bienvenidos. We are doing something a little bit different today. We are doing a mukbang, and the mukbang today is going to be
Cuban.
Comida de Cuba. I hope I said that right. My Spanish is not the best. Our Spanish is probably on the same level, and that's pretty sad because I'm half
She's half Cuban, and I took 4 years in school.
My last name was Diaz. We are having Cuban food, and I'm a super pregnant, hungry girl, okay? So I'm here for this right now. But we also picked some crazy topics.
Yeah.
They mostly revolve around relationships.
Yeah. Topics on some craziness in relationships, and we're gonna see which one of us has what kind of idea about them. What?
I want you to reevaluate what you're trying to say.
I have no idea what I was saying.
It's not like
we're gonna talk about.
These topics are pretty juicy. I'm scared to see what this guy thinks.
I'm nervous to see how this is gonna end after the camera shuts off.
Let's eat.
So why don't we start off with the churrasco? It sounds like a dinosaur.
Okay, churrasco.
Churrasco.
Okay.
It's Italian now.
You are way too
Why'd
much
you give me a plastic fork?
Oh,
We're
sorry.
adults.
So this right here is lechon asado, I believe. It's like shredded pork. Do you want to try it?
Yes, you didn't have to ask me. This hat looks terrible. It looks like a cowboy hat. Constricting my head. Oh.
I love Cuban steak. How thin it is. You can't go wrong with black beans and white rice ever. This is tostones. So try one of those, babe. Okay, and we also have, don't forget about the yuca. Try it, tell me if you like it. You like it?
You cook good.
The one that was on the couch,
It's wine.
No guys, this is not wine, this is cranberry juice, trust me.
So first topic is, can you make your relationship affair proof? So that means anybody in a relationship doing everything they can to prevent the other from
Stepping outside.
Keeping up with yourself, staying in shape, serving one another, doing anything and everything that would stop them from looking outside of your relationship.
I'm gonna say no. I think if a man really wants to cheat, he's going to cheat. I think this question's a little loaded because it makes you think that there is something that you can do in order to prevent a man from stepping out, and you can keep yourself up and be cute and keep his needs satisfied and all these things, and because he's flawed, he still steps out. Even though you should keep your relationship spicy and it should be a mutual thing, if he wants to step out, he's gonna step out.
I agree, but there are
You better agree.
I do agree. I ain't stepping out. I'm her. You should give your spouse what they need and what they want. There's a saying that basically says, if you don't give it to them, somebody else will. Which is true. It just depends on if that person will take what the other person gives them. Now, you should be in a relationship where you're with a spouse that you know won't go after that. But you don't want to be in a relationship where you're not giving enough and they're just sticking around because they're sticking around. You love this person, you want to give them everything. She's not going to step out, but I don't want to give her even a slight reason to think about it. I'm going to satisfy her in every aspect possible. A lot of times for the man, it's...
You heard that? Okay. So the next topic is living together before marriage. Like, how long should you wait before you decide to live together?
So I think living together before marriage can be a relationship killer. Not always, but can be. A lot of people go, I don't know, we want to live together because we want to figure out each other's faults before we get married. And that's understandable, but at the same time, I feel like if you love this person and you're in a long relationship and you know at the end of the road you're gonna get married, that if you were to live together beforehand, all those faults will come out and you may change your mind. In reality, you're supposed to marry this person and you don't want to get stopped because of some of their faults. You get married and then they have these faults and you go through a few fights, but you get past it and you learn how to live together. that's what it's supposed to be like. We're no holier than thou.
For convenience and things like that,
No, not at all.
We were put in a similar situation when we were engaged, and it worked out better because my job was so close, and we were on the brink of getting married. And see, that those are like the type of excuses that we tend to make, and some people don't make excuses. They're like, we don't even really plan on getting married, we just want to live together, and we just think it's a piece of paper. This is our personal views, that we just think that when you follow things as close to maybe how God created it, that it makes your life a lot easier.
Especially for you women. You're living with the man, you want to get married. What motivation does he have to marry you? Not that he doesn't have any. The whole living situation, that's already out of the window.
So you're saying like when guys already get everything all
they already have that whole dinner, what's the point of paying for it? Dang.
Did you feel that way about me?
Heck no, I want to marry you. What about males having female friends?
If it was the old me, I would have said no. I've been through some situations in my past that have been not good. I don't even like to call any of those things before him real.
I'm her first boyfriend.
If you're with a childish person, then no. Once you develop a trusting relationship and you really know that guy, I think guys can have women friends. And I realized that by meeting him, because when you meet a real man with real intentions and real honesty, you don't really have to worry about it.
As long as the friendship doesn't cross boundaries, and maybe things you do, how often you see each other, things you say.
You guys comment down below whether you think... I'm sorry, our dog has something to say. Levi, shut up!
Shut up!
You guys comment down below, ladies, whether you think men can have female friends and it not be an issue. What are your experiences with it? Do you encourage it in your relationship? What do you think about it?
All right.
So the next topic that I want to talk about is when did you know you were so in love with me?
Oh, it was this morning. And I can sit here and vividly explain to you every aspect of our first, second, and third date together. But she lived an hour away from me, and then I found her. And so our dates were once a week, and every date meant something to me, and kind of built, and I can remember them because of how important it was to me. And I think my love for her grew over those first 3 dates, and I think right about after those first 3 dates, I loved her. So I found out I like this girl. Second date, I really like this girl. Third date, let me make the decision. I think I love this girl.
I was the first one to say that I love you.
And that's only because I don't want to say it and you go,
So basically
too.
He was a big scaredy cat. I don't think it was as quick for me. I think I fell in love with him around the same time that he decided that he was gonna propose to me, which was, I believe it was December.
6.5 months later.
Yeah.
I decided this for the first time because she's been lying to me this whole time.
Like one of the moments that I recall is when I went to your, I believe it was his cousin's like engagement party, and that was when I met a lot of his side of the family. And I remember him playing basketball, and I was just sitting by myself because I didn't know anybody.
I left to go play sports.
Yeah, he just stopped and was like, "Where's my girlfriend?" or something like that. And I know that sounds so stupid, but I'm like, "Miss Girlfriend." Like, yeah. And
That's
I mean,
me.
yeah, and it just, I don't know. It was like the moment that he said it, it just reminded me of the type of guy he was, that he was like somebody who is going to like, it sounds like I'm making a really deep situation out of something that wasn't that deep, but it just reminded me of his heart and the type of person he was, that he was so honest and just wanted to commit. He was just so strong. He was strong in his decision to be with me. I felt a sense of like solidness that was crazy.
All right, one more. What are some things in a relationship that you should not sacrifice?
The main thing would be not to sacrifice your dreams and your goals in life, even if it's not a career goal, but it's just a dream that you had and you feel like you have to sacrifice it. I think all that does is create resentment in the relationship. I think sometimes when we see women kind of bowing down, and it's so easy for us to give up a lot of different things in order to keep our relationship going or to keep our family going, and those things are very honorable, and those things have to happen. But I think there's definitely a point where you have to know yourself and know that if you're not happy, then you're fooling everybody. Everything will fall apart. So you gotta hang on to the things that make you you and make you happy. That's not to say that people who give up their career because they have it in their heart that they want to be a stay-at-home mom or they want to do humanitarian things.
Did Princess?
Right, like with the Meghan Markle situation, they were like, oh, she's into acting and now she's getting married to Prince Harry and she's giving up all her acting. But I think what people don't realize is that above acting, I think, this is my guess, she had a humanitarian heart. And so people saw that as a giving up situation. She saw it as a transition.
It's also about the extent at which you give things up or not. So like, friends and activities, go and hang out with your friends. When you're single, you can go to the gym 7 days a week like I used to.
Now he goes 5 days a week.
And it's hard to do this 5 days a week. But there's a happy medium you gotta find.
That's so true, happy medium. Some things are black and white, like, no, I'm not giving this up. This is my career, I'm sorry. This kind of like end deal. But then there's some things that you can find happy mediums with that you're like, okay, take a little, give a little.
So that's it for this time, but we are going to do a Q&A very soon.
We just wanted you guys to comment and just give us a ton of questions, anything you want to know. We're going to try to answer as much questions as we can. And plus we also wanted to do a giveaway. So whenever we do the Q&A video, we're going to also do a giveaway. And this is kind of to celebrate our 10,000 subscribers, even though we passed that. That's okay.
All right, well that's it for today. I'm Josh.
I'm Meg.
We're the lights.
God bless.